On today's video, we're taking a look at the third club in the new JPX 925 Hot Metal series. This is the HL, or the high launch. We'll see just how high they launch, we'll see how forgiving they are, and we'll see if they live up to the JPX 925 name. Now, I've got to say, I've got a few reservations here about these clubs and where they sit in the Mizuno family. We'll discuss this here today, but nevertheless, we're going to give them a fair shot out here at Carrollwood Country Club. We're going to play 6 holes, irons only, from the senior tees, and we'll see if we can go low. If you missed my video yesterday, I was 1 under with the JPX 925 Hot Metal Pros. We'll try to top that here today. First, let's take a look at what these clubs offer. Here is your 7-iron in the set. As you can see, this is maybe the biggest looking one in the Hot Metal series. It's also got the most offset and a very big top line to this club. So it's going to be hopefully a little bit more forgiving, but we're going to find out here on course. In terms of technology, just like the other JPX 925 series, this has a tungsten weight down at the bottom in the 4 through 7 irons, and that's supposed to give you a little bit more lift. It's also got cup face technology, which is a form of variable face thickness to forgive off-center hits. This JPX 925 line, how do you say it nicely? A little bit more portly than the 923 series, the 921s, that sort of thing. Is that a good thing in terms of forgiveness and distance? Well, we certainly got it out of the Hot Metal Pros yesterday and out of the Hot Metals themselves, very straight and long. What will we see out of the high launch? We'll find out. Now, the loft profiles are going to be a little different here as well. This 7-iron sits at 31 degrees, so these aren't probably going to fly as far, but they should also get up in the air a little further. We'll also test how that translates into workability, forgiveness, all that good stuff. The tee box is mine. Let's get to work. All right, 5-iron in hand here. We've got a half set 5-7 and pitching wedge only. It didn't hurt us at all with the other 2 I tested, so we should be fine here today. In fact, I went 1 under with the pros. That is 8-iron height. There's definitely something to the HL model here, and these lofts, as you saw, are going to be a little bit more towards the traditional side, but I would say modern lofts, basically. Club head speed was 91, ball speed 128, smash 140. My estimated carry there, 189. Good numbers. Let's see how far it went. Now, interestingly enough, I spoke about feel with the other clubs. The regular Hot Metals wasn't really a fan of the feel. I thought they did not have the Mizuno feel. The pros were a little better. These may actually be the best. Maybe it has something to do with the loft, maybe it has something to do with the profile of the club, I'm not sure. But that one felt pretty good, went very high. And the trade-off here for that high launching shot is you're probably gonna have a little less distance. Now, if you remember, 207 was what I had with the Hot Metals, 208, and I think I had a 210 shot with the pros at one point. So we'll see what these are. I've got my Garmin G80. This is courtesy of playbetter.com, where I get all my golf technology, of course. Measure shot function, and yes, it's gonna be a little less than those clubs, 195, 196 there. Still a good number with a 5-iron. I've got 138. I'm gonna unwrap the pitching wedge here. As you can see, these are literally my first swings with these clubs, so you're seeing them as I see them. Definitely does look bigger down at address. That face is the biggest in the series. Again, really high, almost too high. I don't know if I'm gonna get there. Oh, I did get there, I'm on top. So we're gonna have a birdie putt. I guess maybe it's that little softer feeling of these. Not as solid as the other 2, which is not a bad thing, but it kind of fooled me there. I didn't think I caught all of that. So in terms of feel, definitely these ones are the winners here in the JPX 925 series. And I'll be honest with you, as a club reviewer, I have preconceptions. I try to have an open mind always, and that's why I'm giving you my honest opinion as it happens in real time here. But my preconceptions with these clubs would be like, why would you need these clubs? You've already got the Mizuno Pro 225s, which is pretty much what this club kind of is. It's a forgiving, longer iron, right? And it's probably about the same lofts if we were to check the loft charts. So why do you need this club? That's what I kind of went in thinking. Yeah, maybe my mind's starting to be changed a little bit here because we do have the feel that was missing with the other 2 Hot Metal options. And having that more traditional loft is gonna suit a lot of players. But if we can still maintain some forgiveness, I guess there is a place for these clubs. The 225s are forgiving, but I assume these are gonna be a little bit more forgiving with the bigger profile all around. We're gonna test turf interaction, we're gonna test workability, and we'll see if there is a spot here for these. But so far, I'm pretty impressed. And I've got a birdie putt that's pin high, so good start. We got a downhill putt. Not as close as I hit it with either of the other two, but also my literally second swing of the day. Had no warm-ups at all. These greens were punched not too long ago, so we're just gonna do our best. We may get lucky, we may get robbed. That's golf, right? We just try to do our absolute best. And it was good enough there at least. Still rode pretty true for as shaggy and bumpy as these ones are. That's a great start. We're 1 under. I continue to get comments about the putter I am playing because it's different from that lab I had in my bag, and not everyone watches every show. So this is the putter I designed, the Mere Mortal 1.0. It's a co-release with Docus Design. They are producing the putter for me in Japan. I'm so excited for it. We're gonna be selling these in about a month or so. Keep an eye out. And I'll leave a link down below if you wanna get updates and be one of the first to buy these. It will be a limited edition, so hopefully they'll sell out, and you do not wanna miss that. So make sure you sign up to get early access there. All right, we're gonna test early here workability. That's the ability to shape your shots with game improvement clubs. It's a little bit more difficult than player's irons. That's why you get game improvement clubs for straight shots, for forgiving shots. I did notice though, with the other two versions, workability was better than expected for a game improvement club. Now this one being the largest and potentially the most forgiving of them all. We'll see how workability is. I've got 5 iron in hand here again, setting up for a fade. Oh boy, yeah. That faded way more than I expected. And we're actually gonna be in a very difficult spot because I banged that tree. So early workability test, definitely pretty good. And again, a little unexpected. I'm surrounded by mowers here, so it's kind of loud, but we're gonna get a second chance at workability because I gotta keep this one low. And again, I'm gonna try to fade it. I've got a 5 iron in hand because that's the lowest club I've got. I'm a little worried about this branch right here. I'm just gonna advance the ball. I don't think I can hit the green from here. Yeah, it hit that branch. Oh boy. Sometimes golf is challenging, but I kind of made it challenging on myself. The good news is at least I've got a clear shot here. I don't think this branch is gonna get in my way. It's a long shot though, 178. So we're gonna go 7 iron here in the rough. We'll see how this club does out of the rough. And after our birdie start, it's gone a little bit sideways here for me. Ooh, got out of the rough pretty good. I think we're on the green. Tell you, it was a fear of mine here again that turf interaction with this really long, wide sole would be a little bit more difficult in the rough. And our rough is up. That ball was pretty much buried, but no problem there at all. Got right through. Distance looked pretty good. I think we got a putt maybe to save par after hacking around here. All right, hey, that's what you want out of a forgiving club is a chance. And I've got a chance here off the fringe actually. And it's gonna be a bogey. Well, still got a little room there. Okay, it's a double bogey. Wow, maybe a self-fulfilling prophecy there where the golf course giveth and the golf course taketh away, and they took one away, I think, there. It just caught one of those little holes, and I probably should have hit with more speed. It's my fault. It's my fault. Either way, we're 1 over, heading to a par 3, chance to make it up. All right, a little bit of a tricky distance here on this par 3 with the clubs I've got. It's 146. The pitching wedge, as you saw, is about a 135 to 140 club. So it's pushing it, but that's all we can do because the 7 iron is just gonna be too much club. So I'm gonna hit a little harder. I tend to overswing, tend to pull them a little left when I do that. So I'm gonna aim just a little right, making some adjustments here. We'll see if it's enough. I caught it just a touch thin and it's a little short. I knew I was in between clubs there, so not all that unexpected. But what was good there is I did catch that thin and still probably hit that 135. So we'll take that. And we'll continue to test forgiveness here as the day goes on. Kind of came back. So yeah, I would say, yeah, we're probably 10 yards short there. 135, we'll call it. I told you, the golf course giveth and the golf course taketh away. I don't know if you saw the first bounce there, but that one almost kind of darted to the right after I hit it. And all right, there's our second birdie of the day. I can't really say that that was the hot metals birdie there, but maybe in a way it was, because again, pretty forgiving result for the contact I made. Either way, we're back to even par on this very wild round, heading to a little dog leg right. Another chance to probably test workability here. Yes, sir. These things have some really nice workability built into them. Really excited about what I'm seeing here. Best workability of the bunch, from what I can tell. All right, the number here is 159. I know I can't get there with a pitching wedge, so we're gonna go 7-iron here. And I'm gonna hit that fade again. Whew, so high. Is it gonna catch a piece though? Again, more movement than I expect, and I overcut that ball. It was also a little long, which is fine. Rather be long than short and in the water. But man, these things can be shot shaped, no doubt about it. But one thing to note, and you know this if you've seen the other reviews here, is that I'm just not knocking them as tight. And in fact, yes, missed this green again. So I think we're only, what, 1 out of 4 so far. Nothing's a gimme right now. All right, 2 more holes to play. We are somehow, some way even par, even though I don't feel like I'm swinging it all that well. And maybe these aren't the most forgiving clubs in this range. We got 2 more holes here to test that out, including this par 5. I maybe can get home in 2. We'll try anyways. I'm gonna hit a big one off the tee. Boy, it's so high. I've played 9-irons that aren't as high as these ones. Club head speed 89, ball speed 127, smash 142, estimated carry 187. Definitely the highest flyers in this line. I mean, you'd expect it, obviously, is the HLs, but maybe too high, honestly. At least for me. I guess, you know, if you really struggle getting the ball up in the air, there's a place for these. But I don't know, I think the other hot metals were pretty high anyways. They were like 7-irons, whereas this is 8 or 9-iron height. And obviously you get a little bit more yards out of those. I'm still trying to figure out, is there a place for these clubs? They do feel pretty nice. They're workable. I'd like to be a little bit more consistent in the way I'm hitting them for sure. And we're 250 out, so I don't think I can get there. Well, I know I can't get there. So we're just gonna lay up to a good number here. I'm gonna go 7-iron. Just looking for a nice smooth swing here, advance the ball down the center of this fairway. With the pin on the right, left side of the fairway is ideal. Hit that off the toe. And look at that. That's gonna be in the rough. So not a great strike, but the trade-off that we're seeing for all that workability is maybe a little lack of forgiveness. This line of clubs really is all about the forgiveness. So perplexing, that's all I can say, because with the hot metals and the hot metal pros, similar strike locations garnered better results. I just didn't expect it. So we're gonna have to make a good shot here to give ourselves another birdie crack, because I would really love to go under par here again today. All right, 123, buried lie. You can't even see the ball. That one's on line. Is it enough club? No, it's short. 4 out of 5 greens today, missed. Not good. All right, on the fringe again here. It's a tricky one because I kind of want to chip it because of how bad shape these greens are in, but I got to putt it to give myself the best chance of getting it close. Come on, baby. Keep going, keep going, keep going. All right, I don't think I could have done much better with the chip. Well, maybe in, like the 3rd hole, but not bad. We've got, though, 6 feet here for par, and I was hoping for an easy tap-in bird. Yikes. This ball has seen better days, too. I've rattled trees with it. We've been in a lot of rough, a lot of mud. Oh, I didn't hit it. All right, we're 1 over. Honestly, where we should be, I think. That's about the kind of golf I'm playing out here with these clubs. Very deserving. We've got 1 more hole here though for redemption. We're on the bubble of our over-under, so that's not bad. But I'm gonna rank these clubs after I hit my tee shot here. Best one of the day. All right, so as you know, I like to rank clubs on 5 criteria. First one is distance. These are not going to be as long as the other hot metals, and for a game improvement club, I'm going to say distance is good. Not great, but good. So we're going to give it 4 stars for distance. In terms of forgiveness, I was hoping for a little more, honestly. I'm going to give it 3.5 stars. I think on low strikes, you're going to get the ball up in the air. It's going to go relatively straight, but on toe strikes, which I had a couple here today, I did get penalized a little worse than I did with the other versions of the hot metals. In terms of workability though, wow, very surprising, and across all clubs, very high. Not just game improvement clubs, these are at the top, but in terms of even players' irons, I think these are very, very shot shaper friendly. I'm gonna give it 4.5 stars for shot shaping and workability. In terms of aesthetics, these are the ones I like the least out of the series. They're big, they're a little bloated, there's a little too much offset, a little bit too much top line. Feel is better though, definitely better, and sound is decent. All in all, I'm gonna give these a 3.5 out of 5 stars. Lastly, in terms of value, I'm gonna give these a little tick down from the other ones. I gave those 4 stars. These ones I'm gonna give 3.5 stars because I think there's a smaller market for these clubs, especially if you're thinking about resale, all right? And at 150 an iron, they're definitely not super crazy expensive, but they're not cheap either. So I think that's a fair score in terms of value. Here's the number on your screen, what these clubs get. I believe it's the lowest of this family of clubs, and the number in my rangefinder is 156, which means I'm gonna go 7 iron here again. Wish me luck. I really would like to get that stroke back. And if you're not already, please do subscribe to this channel. It helps more than you know. Sponsors look at those numbers, that sort of thing. Plus, I just want to have a conversation with you. I'd love to see you come back here. That's really the main reason. All right, let's see if we can hit a good shot here. Greens in regulation have been elusive, but I was about to say we're gonna find one, but no, we didn't. Oh, baby check. Oh, that was a good shot. That was a good shot in a wet bunker. What a crazy, crazy round this has been. We've seen just about everything. That does make golf fun, I'll tell you that much. This is to hit our over-under here. Oh my gosh. I didn't deserve it. I'll tell you what, these I don't think were the JPX for me, but these ones sure are. These are the pros. And if you want to look at the regular hot metals, I've got that video here. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll catch you back here next time on another edition of Let's Play Through.